Man, I love how this stuff smells. How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be looking at Armani Code. This is actually the original formulation of Armani Code. It is not the reformulation that came out a few years ago. This scent came out in 2004. It's an EDT or eau de toilette concentration. This originally was actually called Armani Black Code. And I have a tester here on the back of it. It actually gives a good description. It says fresh, spicy, sensual. So we're going to go ahead and see what this one's like. So first thing we're going to talk about is the presentation of the bottle. Now, as you can tell, this is slightly different from, well, pretty different from the current batches of Armani Code. Armani Code has went through, I believe, 3 different variations on how the bottle looks. This is the original variation. Cap looks like this. Atomizer like that. We'll give it a spray so you can see what that's like. Pretty good atomizer. I like that quite a bit. On the ones that came after it, there was actually a collar right here. And then the new bottles are very not tapered like this. Then it says Armani Code on the front. My bottle is a tester, so it actually says some different details on the back of it there. And then on the bottom, you just have your batch code and product information. Now, what we're all here for, let's go ahead and figure out how this one smells. Man, I love how this stuff smells. It's very, like the bottle described, fresh and spicy. And yeah, I could see it being a sensual fragrance too. This could be a really good date night fragrance. It's got top notes of lemon, bergamot. It's got some woods, some tonka. It's got leather, tobacco. I mean, this stuff is killer. I haven't really smelled the current iteration of Armani Code to really know the comparison. But I mean, this stuff in my batch is a 2012 batch. So this is still the original formulation, if I remember correctly. Funnily enough, this is actually not one that I purchased. This is a gift from my father. He had the bottle and he's like, I don't use it. I'm not a cologne guy. So you can go ahead and take it. And I was like, why not? You know, it's Armani Code. It's a classic. People love Armani Code. I think a lot of people end up thinking Acqua di Gio with Giorgio Armani. But I mean, this one, in my opinion, stands right up there as far as, you know, iconic fragrances from the house. To me, the citruses in Armani Code come off very pleasant. They're really nice, well blended, not super strong. They blend in really well with the kind of spicy undertones of this fragrance when it first opens up. As the fragrance dries down, obviously, as you would expect, the citruses start to fade away. Some of that star anise comes in, that leather pokes out more, that tobacco comes out more. This stuff gets really, really warm and sexy as it dries down. I mean, it's an absolute fall and wintertime stunner. This stuff is phenomenal. This stuff is classy, it's sexy, it's elegant. If you're looking for a good date night, wintertime night fragrance, honestly, if you can find an original batch of this stuff, pick this stuff up. It's really good. I really enjoy it. Now, off of skin for me in the opening, those citruses become more prominent. They're more pronounced. They're a little bit sweeter in my opinion. The spices in the initial opening do not come out quite as strong as the citruses do. But within about 15 to 20, maybe 30 minutes, depending on your batch or your skin chemistry, those citruses start to take a little bit of a backseat. And then you really get those warm tones from that tobacco, that leather, and those other warm notes in there. They really start to come out more. And that's when this fragrance starts to become really seductive, really sexy. It really opens up after those first 15 to 30 minutes. I know with some of the older batches, people would say that this fragrance comes off quite lemony. I wouldn't say it's super lemony. Like if we're comparing it to something like Versace Eros Energy, it's not like that. But there is a good amount of lemon you can pick up in this. Some people will compare this to a blue fragrance. In my opinion, it doesn't really come off that way. I wouldn't say this is a blue fragrance at all. It's more oriental, fresh, spicy, in my opinion. At least these older batches are. I don't know about the newer batches, like I said, because I haven't personally had a chance to smell those myself. But yeah, these new ones definitely come off more oriental in my opinion. Again, on skin, the dry down is pretty similar to the tester. gets really sexy, really warm, really spice forward. That freshness from the citrus kind of dials down. It's still there, but it's not nearly as prominent. As far as projection and longevity go, this one's okay. It's decently good. It's not amazing or great. I get at least 6 hours off of this until it's too close to skin for me to really pick up without like digging my nose into my arm. But it does the job, especially for what it's designed for, in my opinion, is more like date night kinds of situations where you're not needing your colognes to last for 8+ hours. Now, talking about price, online I'm seeing bottles of Armani Code go anywhere from $100 to $250 for this original version. So if it is something that you're really wanting to get, you have to be prepared to pay a pretty penny for this stuff. And don't be fooled when you go on eBay or Facebook Market and you see people trying to sell this for under $100. It's probably fake. So just keep that in mind when you're searching for your cologne and stuff. If you're not buying it from a reputable source like, Macy's, Sephora, Ulta, Nordstrom's, or one of the discounters like Joma Shop, Fragflex, and all of those other ones, just keep in mind you might be getting scammed if you're getting a price that seems too good to be true. Overall, I would give Armani Code, the original version of this stuff, probably an 8 out of 10 overall. I really, really enjoy this stuff. It's clean, fresh, citrusy, sexy, seductive, warm, spicy, oriental. If you're looking for a good date night fragrance, pick this up if you can find the bottle. If not, the new version iteration of Armani Code is probably similar enough that it's going to scratch the itch. So would I recommend Armani Code? Yes, absolutely. Pick this up. That'll do it for the video, guys. If you liked it, comment, subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff. And I will see you tomorrow with another video.